Hi, hello, oi, hola. My name is Miriam Cunha, and I am here to talk about manifesting because on my last video I was talking a little bit about that, and I said, oh, you just think and it manifests. You are the co-creator of this reality. And I didn't go farther into that, and I thought, oh, you're going to think, how come I just think and it doesn't happen, right? And then I also, I think I don't remember if I mentioned something about programming, but that is the reason why it doesn't manifest instantly most of the time, because we are full of programming. We bring programming from previous incarnations. I don't like to say it past lives because time is not linear, and they're not sometimes past lives. We can be living parallel lives right now. We are. I know we are. And anyway, it can be from parallel lives. We get programming from when we are on our mom's womb. We get programming from the DNA of our ancestors that creates our body. We get programming from the system. The system, I mean, through TV messages, through advertising, through radio, through music. Pop music is a big programmer. It's because some people know that. They know how to work with that, and they use their tools to program people for their own benefit, for ambition, power, and money. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that part of it, but the way on how we can turn around and deprogram and reprogram. So I have been taking computer science at the college, and that actually has been very interesting for me in another way as well, because I have been adding other pieces to the puzzle of this manifesting thing. And these days I was playing a little game that I like to play, which is a very simple game. It's a bunch of little balls on linear rows, and you gotta, they're all different colors, and you gotta click on the matching ones to eliminate them until you empty the whole thing. And then I have been analyzing how it has been programmed, because it's got a program. And when I talk about a program, the programming, it's something that the programmer who did that program or app or game said, okay, every time the person clicks here, this is what's going to happen. Every time you click on the green one and the other green, it's going to disappear. If you click on the wrong square, it's going to warn you of a mistake, and it's going to deduct points from you. All of that is programmed, right? So the insight I got from that is because I was actually trying to find out the patterns and the programming behind that game, and then I realized that I just thought like that. Okay, if I ask, well, not if I do it like this, this is what's going to happen. And then I related it to our manifesting requests to the universe, or to our inner selves or higher selves, to whatever source of creation you connect to and believe. So when you ask for something, you have to understand the program behind that reality. So if you know that if you do this, that's what's going to happen, and this physical reality we are inserted into has been programmed in a certain way, and we are navigating through this reality, and co-creating with it. We have the power of actually be programmers of it too. But we have to understand the programs that have been written for this reality. So if you know that, that water, for example, has been programmed to be a liquid form that will not, it will not stay through a surface that has any way out, any little hole the water is going to go through. That is the programming of the element water with the in relation to how is it going to react with other physical matter. And that is a programming. So you understand how this has been programmed. And you start observing how other things are programmed. So if you know that water does that, you're not going to pour water over a surface that you don't want wet, or you don't want the water to go through and wet something else below it. That's just an analogy, because this is much bigger. You have to think about everything has been programmed. It is like if we live into this big system computer matrix that has been programmed by a really, really intelligent programmer, or many programmers. And I take my hat to these programmers. They do a really good job. And we're learning here how to work with these programs and how to make our own programs. Okay, so going back to manifesting instantly. Once you are able to, through meditation, know yourself, know your own programming, which is a set of programs and ideas. Let's say you grew up in a Catholic family like I did, and they taught you that something is a sin. If you don't look into that programming, you're just going to manifest things according to that belief, and it's a deep belief that you feel guilty for doing certain things because you are a sinner, and you're going to get back some bad things for doing that. It's a programming, right? So you have to know yourself, to know what kind of programming you have been inserted with, what kind of programming you accepted for yourself, what programming you're carrying from your ancestors, what programming you accepted from the system, and start changing your programming. I'm not saying it's an easy task, because we have so many programs, and every day I'm finding something else, and that's why meditation is so important, because meditation is a very nice and powerful way to know yourself. It's that moment you close your eyes and you're with your own thoughts, with your own feelings. And it can be scary for many, because that's when we realize that we are actually all alone inside ourselves, although we are not alone. It's one of the paradoxes of the universe. We are always alone and we're never alone. But this loneliness feeling of actually closing your eyes and looking at yourself, or maybe not the loneliness feeling, but the facing of this reality of who you are, and facing that you actually have to do something about empowering yourself. It can be scary sometimes. And anyway, I think I talked enough. We're going to almost 10 minutes here, and I know that we have all been programmed to do not watch more than 10 minutes of videos on YouTube. I don't know who wrote that program, but it's embedded on many people. I was like, okay, that's enough. I'll disconnect it. So, but before you go, please click like if you like what I shared here, and subscribe and share this video. You will be helping me, and maybe somebody that you know wants or needs to hear what I said. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. Again, my name is Miriam Cunha, and if you go on my channel, you can find information about my Facebook page and my website and future events. And I'll see you later. Beijos, kisses.